this video today, I'm going to show you why WordPress is essential for your business and why without WordPress you and your business may get left behind, and how you can gain an advantage over your competitors and maximize your online marketing for free. But before we actually look at WordPress itself, let's understand the way the marketplace is changing and how it affects you and your business. Let's take a look at the growth of local searches in the UK. These are the Google local listings that you see on the first page of Google. They used to be in the top left hand corner on the first page. Now you find the map is on the right hand side with the local listings down the centre of the page. Let's see how the growth of local searches in the UK is affecting us and our business. The Kesley Group reports that 74% of internet users perform local searches. In fact, 43% of search engine users are seeking a local merchant to buy something offline. And local search is easier than using Yellow Pages books or even Yellow Pages online. It provides instant results for the user. In a matter of seconds, the searcher is presented with a list of local businesses with a little map providing a relevant service or goods. The growth of mobile services such as mobile phones, laptops and iPads have made local searching convenient, and more than half of those that own devices such as the iPhone are actually performing local business searches. And if you look at the next generation, how many children, teenagers or young adults actually use the Yellow Pages? Now compare that to the growth of the internet up until 2010. And these are amazing figures, and we need to understand how they're going to affect our business. 234 million, that was the number of websites at the end of December in 2009. 47 million websites were added in 2009 alone. 1 billion. I said that video advertising was growing. 1 billion was the total number of videos that YouTube played in one day. People watched 33.2 billion videos. That meant that the average viewer in America watched 187 videos per month. 700,000 local businesses now have an active page on Facebook. Twitter's now got 75 million user accounts, and it will soon reach 50 million tweets per day. 50 million is the number of members in LinkedIn, and Flickr now hosts more than 4 billion business images. And this is perhaps the most interesting as far as I'm concerned, and the evidence of the way things are moving. The internet is now equal to and surpassing TV as the #1 media for advertising. The old traditional newspapers, the regional newspapers, the national newspapers, local radio, they are all reducing market share. TV and internet now take 24% each of all the advertising budgets, and the internet is continuing to grow. And you can see why, because when you compare online advertising to traditional, the difference is with online advertising you can advertise anywhere to any audience. You can choose different avenues, whether it be free or paid. You can pay for it with pay-per-click, or you can do it free with videos and social media such as Facebook or blogging and all these other different types. And if you choose the pay-per-click route, the difference compared to Yellow Pages or newspaper advertising is, with the pay-per-click advertising, you only pay when someone clicks on your advert. And these clicks can be for as little as 10 pence. So you can generate leads or customers from as little as 10 pence. You can control the budget each day, each week, each month, over the year. You can advertise locally or globally, and you can even make it time specific. You can set your advertising to run between 9 o'clock and 5 o'clock, your opening hours. You actually choose when your ads are shown and how often they're shown. You can have custom ads for all the different types of searches, whether it's Facebook or Google ads or all the different markets. You can track all your sales generated online and from what websites. You can change your advert as often as you like. You can do continuous testing. It allows you to improve your profit margin and your return on investment. And Google, this is an amazing fact, but Google in the UK is now nearly 92% of all searches that take place in the UK. Think about it. 92% of your customers who go online for searches are using Google, and this is why it's so important that we make Google happy and present Google with what it wants. Your online marketing performance is going to be critical. We've already seen that the internet marketing now equals and is surpassing TV advertising. Your customers are moving away from the traditional yellow pages and newspapers. In the UK, Google dominates with over 90% of all the searches carried out. It is critical to your online marketing performance that you succeed with Google. So what does Google actually want? Google has always been clear. It wants unique content. It wants regularly updated content. It wants all types of media, including articles, images, video, news, press releases. It wants your website to be rich in content. It wants your website to be continually evolving and growing. And it wants a website that visitors land on your page and they stick on your website once they get there. In other words, they found exactly what they were looking for. So to succeed online, your first step is to give Google what it wants, the content. That doesn't mean things like Flash. We've seen these websites which are absolutely fantastic visually, but Google hasn't got a clue what they're about, because Flash is a file. It's not content. Google doesn't know what the Flash is about, so therefore it can't put it in its database. It can't bring it out when people are doing a search for your business, because it doesn't understand it. And the same applies to the dancing animations we've seen bouncing across people's screens when they've had little characters. All these things, they mean nothing to Google. Google thrives on content. Your second step is to add regular fresh content that proves your website is alive and it's current and it's up to date. It likes to see it being updated regularly. And your third step is to provide the different types of content. Text, which is your straightforward articles and writing that you're going to put on there, giving customers details about your goods and your services. It wants to see images on there, and your images, they need to be identified correctly and have things on there like alt tags, which help the disabled and the partially impaired to be able to see what your image is about. And the most critical one is video, because I've already pointed out 1 billion views in one day on YouTube. Video is the biggest single growing medium out there on the internet today. Your fourth step is to get all of this onto page 1 of Google. And I'm telling you, WordPress is king. Why do I say that? Well, we know we need regular content, and we need to be able to add it ourselves. I'm sorry, I do not want to be emailing a webmaster saying this is the changes I want to make to my website, and the webmaster then emails me back saying this is how much I'm going to charge you. Then I email back saying go ahead, and it eventually gets done. No, I want to be able to do it myself. Well, in fact, no, I don't want to be able to do it myself. I actually want my staff or family members to be able to add content and update the site. I'm too busy running a business, the same as you. You're too busy running your business to be worried about updating your own site. You want your staff to be able to do it, or family members. You want anybody you trust to update your site. You want it to be easy to manage, and you want it to be foolproof. And guess what? In today's economy, I want it for nothing. Well, the good news is WordPress is going to cost you nothing. WordPress is free, and best of all, it can be added to an existing website, or you can use it as a standalone website, creating a brand new website based purely on WordPress. Your choice. It can be accessed, once it's installed, it can be accessed from anywhere in the world. It can even be accessed on your mobile phone. A child can use it once taught. It is so simple to use once you get into it and you start working with it. It is one of the most simple systems you've ever seen in your life. It's the most flexible website and content management system you're ever going to use. And the best thing is, Google loves WordPress, and it loves it because when it sends its spiders along, its little spider bots, to crawl across your website to see what your website and what your web page is about, it understands WordPress very easy. So it can see your content, it can see your images, it can see your videos, it can see the layout of your site, and all of this is stored into its database, and when somebody's doing a search for your goods or services, Google can find that content. It understands what your website is all about. In fact, your business can't afford to be without WordPress. It also has the power to change. You've already seen how yellow pages and newspapers are dying. You've already seen how important being found on the internet is for your business. You know that being found on page 1 of Google is critical. WordPress is a management system that will allow you, your staff or your family to give Google what it wants: fresh, regular content. You won't need a webmaster. You're going to be able to do regular updates and changes. So it means when you've got an offer page giving people £20 off some service or goods, you'll be able to go in and change it when you want to. Or you can put vouchers on your pages if you want to give them a 10% discount or something. You can make the changes in minutes. You're going to be able to interact with your customers, because with WordPress you can put online surveys which are free. You can get them to put comments on your website, so you allow these customers to comment on your website, and through their comments you can find out what they're happy about, what they're unhappy about, what they want more, what they need from you. And all of this provides real testimonials, because when people add comments to your site with things like "what a great service," "what a great company," all these sort of comments, these are real testimonials, not the fake ones that we've seen when we've all been targeted with different products through the internet. These are real comments, and it enables you to interact with your customers online. And you, as the business owner, you control everything. You can control who goes onto your website. You can control who makes these changes, and you can make these changes in minutes. Do I totally believe in WordPress? Absolutely. And I'll tell you why. Try these searches. Go into Google yourself and type in Florida scuba diving, and you will find that floridascubadiving.com comes up at number 1, one of my sites. Type in outsourcing payroll, and you will find that outsourcingpayroll.org comes up at number 1, one of my sites. Type in Swansea Business Marketing, and yes, it's number 1 on one of my sites. Every site I own, and which is now over 100 sites, are all built on WordPress. Now don't get me wrong, they weren't always built on WordPress. I, like many other webmasters, I used to build my websites using Dreamweaver and HTML. And I had my first site, the Florida site, was set up that way. And to change it to WordPress was a very nerve-wracking experience for me. But I'd read so much about WordPress. I knew how well Google liked it. I knew people were raving about the results they were getting from WordPress. Once I plucked up the courage and moved the site across and put it onto the WordPress, I couldn't believe how quickly it improved in the rankings. And as I've said, it's number 1. So, in summary, I've tried to show you why WordPress is essential for your business and online marketing. How by using WordPress you can get ahead of your competitors in giving Google exactly what it wants. How you can implement WordPress and have it updated by your staff or family. Do it from your home, do it from your mobile phone. It's so easy to work with. And why being on page 1 of Google is so important to us as business people these days. And best of all, I've tried to show you that you're going to be able to do all this for free.